One,
Oh.
2, 3. What's going on, comic book familia? Welcome back. Welcome back to Hanging Out with the Laguardias. There's no outtakes. We're not going to cut anything out of this video. We're going to do the best we can. This is Hanging Out with the Laguardias. I checked. It's about 8 months, I think, since we did our last one.
8 months?
I know it was last year.
Oh, wow.
It's been a while. Unless I missed one, I was going back on my YouTube videos, see when was the last time I did one. I think both of her and I being together, it's been 8 months. So we said we'd do one every couple of months. So we kind of slide, we stretched it out.
Had some things happen.
Yeah, life always gets in the way, unfortunately. But this is Hanging Out with the LaGuardias. This is going to be our videos that we do every 2 or 3 months, hopefully. And before, we usually talk about movies, TV shows, what's going on, any social media stuff that we find, But I'm going to show off some comic books first. I've always said that I'm going to stop collecting as much, but I'm always seem to just buy comic books. I enjoy it.
Things to buy.
Yeah, I enjoy buying comic books. It just makes me happy, obviously. So, but before that, I am doing a giveaway. A couple of days ago, I posted on my channel. A good friend of mine, he goes by Denando Night, Fernando. We met up on Saturday. He's a vendor, and he says, "Hey, F, here's a comic book. Why don't you give it away on your channel?" I said, "Are you sure? It's a really nice looking book." I almost wanted to keep it for myself, but he goes by Denando Night, and I'm gonna put his link in the description below to his Instagram page. If you want to check him out. So he gave me this comic book just to give away. It's a graded book. It's a 9.8.
It looks nice.
Signed by Peach Momoko. You see her signature right here. She has a unique signature.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's Amazing Fantasy number 1000. It came out in October of 2022. Signed by Peach Momoko in October of 2023. And it was graded. And it's 9.8. So this book I'm giving away. If you can see it right there. And there's about a week or so left on that video. All you have to do is leave a comment. You can say hi and you're in the running. You can leave more than one comment, but it only counts one time.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button on my channel. This book, like I said, it'll be given away in about a week, and I'll ship it basically to anywhere, as long as you win and you notify me where you're living. And right now I'm about 1,700 and change as far as subscribers. If by some miracle I get another 300 subscribers, by the time this contest is over, before this contest is over, I want to put in another one of my books.
And he's going to buy me a car.
I'm going to buy her a car, which I always keep on saying. So I'm getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers. If I hit 2,000, by the time this contest is over, I'll throw in another book. If not, once I do hit 2,000, I'll still do a giveaway on my channel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're still going to buy me a car.
No, I'm not going to buy a car. So I've been, I bought some comic books last week, and I was going to show you a few of them. Most of them are Silver Age books. And
so what does Silver Age mean again?
Silver Age basically started not the very first, but there was a Flash book that came out in the late 1950s. And
the Flash book?
The Flash from DC Comic Books.
Okay.
And that's what basically started the Silver Age of comics. I always thought it was a Marvel book, but no, it was a DC book. When something big happens that they feel is like a change, it was an introduction of a new Flash character, I believe, and that started the Silver Age of comic books, which took the first it was the Golden Age, and then the Silver Age of comic books.
Gotcha.
And this is my daughter's cat Odin making his first appearance on YouTube. You can maybe see him right there. Yeah. You can see him a little bit right there. So show his face.
Yeah, I don't want to push him.
Okay. So, anyways, this is the first book here. It's Fantastic Four number 14. It's a Submariner book on the cover. And so most of these are Silver Age books. And next one I got is another Fantastic Four, but it's number 15. See it right there? These are old looking books, man.
Yeah.
12 cents.
Jeez.
Yeah. You'll never see a 12-cent book again.
It looks like Johnny's doing a dab in the corner.
Oh, yeah, it does. Huh? Yeah, I never noticed that.
Yeah.
No,
Why are they all holding their ears?
But something's happened to him,
Oh,
some kind of weapon. Oh, yeah, sound waves. Yeah. It does look like Johnny's doing the dab right there. I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Very first dab by Johnny Storm. I'll see if I can get a close-up of it in post-production. And this one is The Avengers. I like this book because it's starring Daredevil. You see him right there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Cool looking covers.
Interesting.
Yeah. And now you can see her cat right there trying to get a cameo in a video. This is the Avengers King Size Special #1.
That just means the book's like really
It's
big.
a thicker book, but it
Yeah.
still only cost
So-
25 cents when it came out. More
More
storyline
stories,
lines,
yeah.
yeah. So, and this one is Journey into Mystery, number 144. Is the Absorbing Man. He absorbs basically any type of material he touches. He absorbs it. He becomes that material for a certain amount of time.
But
So
he like reverts.
It reverts back to human form.
Gotcha.
So if he touches Thor's hammer, he becomes it. You know, this power. You know that.
The power of Thor.
Not the power of Thor, just the hammer. I said the hammer. You know what it's made out of, the material of the hammer.
Oh.
So, and this is Batman Detective Comics number 47. There's nothing unique about this cover. I just like it.
Batwoman in it too.
It has Batwoman or Batgirl.
Batgirl.
And then Batman and Robin. I thought it was a pretty cool looking cover. This is, I've always wanted this one. This is Prince Namor, the Submariner #2. It's Triton from the Inhumans is on the cover. Pretty cool cover. And this one is a beat up Star Trek issue number. I don't know what
It's
issue
got
it
a
is.
tear in it.
It's got a tear in it. It's a beat up one, but I've never owned a Star Trek comic book like from back in the day from Gold Key. I don't even think Gold Key's around anymore.
Was it like a printing thing?
No, they just quit. You know, it was a
No.
publishing company.
I meant Gold Key. It's a
A publishing
printing
company.
thing. Yeah.
This one's Tales to Astonish, number 40. Another old Silver Age book. Just shows the Ant-Man right there, and it looks like he's in a
Such an old costume.
an
Jeez.
old costume, old school costume.
Yeah.
These next two are more recent books. These are Virgin covers, and Virgin is there's no writing on the cover.
Right.
This is my daughter's favorite character, Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde. And what's that thing with her?
Lockheed. It's her dragon, pet dragon. But
When did she get a pet dragon?
well, if she was your favorite character, she's had Lockheed for over 20, 30 years now.
So tell me where she got the dragon.
It was like in space, you know, it was like it's its own its own, not family, but their own race.
Oh.
And I don't remember exactly, how but they met in space, but I don't remember the particulars of
Was
it.
this like when she was engaged to Starlight?
No, this was way before when she was a teenager. This is Psylocke, Virgin cover.
Who's that?
That Psylocke is the X-Men.
Oh, but what's her powers?
She's like telekinesis, and she has like some psi force, that comes out of her body, so. And this is a classic cover, Uncanny X-Men number 268. It's drawn by Jim Lee. I have this one, but I always liked it. So whenever I see it, if it's a decent price, I'll get it again. Has Captain America, Black Widow, and Wolverine, like the first time they met, I believe, back in World War II.
Nice.
And this is the first Dazzler. Another one is a nice looking book, so I decided to get it. When all these books came out, I bought them for cover price, but I would just buy one. I never knew they were going to blow up.
Well, yeah.
Who knew?
And what's her deal?
She's got powers that when she hears music specifically, she emits some kind of like a ray from her fingers, and she can change them too. As she's gotten more used to her powers and more training, her powers have evolved throughout the years. But at the beginning, it was like some kind of force would come out of her fingers from the music, and she is a mutant, X-Men number 10.
Kazar.
Kazar.
He looks like Tarzan.
Yeah, that was probably a ripoff of Tarzan, but they made their own, superhero. This is X-Men number 20. And these are back to Silver Age books, old school books. And the last one is X-Men number 34. People always ask me what's the first comic book I ever bought, and I honestly don't remember. I remember going to that liquor store around the corner from where my parents used to live, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a Marvel book, but I just don't remember, which one it was. I'm always saying it was a Fantastic Four, most likely, but I wish I could remember.
Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch ones.
Yeah, I used to buy her Archie books and Sabrina books when she was younger, but I don't remember the very first book. I wish I did. That'd be pretty cool. Remember the first book I ever bought, but no, I don't remember them. So besides that, when we're on the show, we always talk about other things that's been happening in movies and TV shows or social media a little bit. But there's WonderCon coming up in March, at the end of March, and I got a press pass So, which is pretty cool. It's not the regular pass you can buy. This one is a press pass. You have to submit an application in and say, what you've been doing on social media or YouTube to say that you're in the press.
Right.
And I did, and they said, okay, so I got a free badge, and I'm gonna be going. I'm debating whether or not to go 1 day or 3 days. I'm waiting.
Find out who's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And what panels.
What panels? She knows the whole routine by
Yeah.
now. Panels, who's going to be there, what artists are going to be there. I'm leaning towards going all 3 days, but we'll see. I'm going to wait a couple more weeks to see, what starts,
When
they
is
show
it
up.
exactly?
It's at the end of the last weekend of March. It's like Easter,
Oh.
So, and WonderCon is only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Do you know where WonderCon originated from? What city?
What city it originated from? I feel like I should.
It's San Francisco.
I was gonna say that because I was like,
Yeah.
it's got to be like something linked to us.
I used to go to WonderCon when I used to live in San Francisco, but it was at the Moscone Center, but they remodeled it. This is after I left, and it went to Anaheim, and I said, they're never getting it back.
No.
And they never did.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen once they gave it up. It's good for the economy, but they just couldn't do
It's
it.
like Comic-Con. We never want to give it up because of how much.
Yeah, but you think they would have done the remodeling, right after WonderCon.
Right.
Who knows if it would have stayed in San Francisco.
Right.
But anyways, so that's WonderCon, and there was recent announcements. Super Bowl was a couple of weeks ago, and yes, my Niners lost. I finally got over it. I was so bummed out.
I called him. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, she called me from work. I go, "No, it bummed me out. The Niners lost." I went,
I was
"Dang
like
it, not again."
watching and like checking in passengers, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "You guys are annoying."
Yeah, so it was, unfortunately the Niners lost again. But during the commercials, which everybody gets into the commercials, they showed the Deadpool movie trailer. This is the last one. I think it's coming out this summer in July, and everybody has their fingers crossed. May bring back Marvel movies to a little bit to what they were before. I know it's going to make a lot of movie regardless, but it's Deadpool, and who's going to be there with him? Wolverine is going to be there with him. So the trailer we just seen it a couple minutes ago, and fingers crossed. Hopefully it's an entertaining movie, and we'll see where it leads to.
Right. It's an interesting trailer. I mean, seeing the TVA in there, and I was like, I feel like Loki has to make an appearance.
That'd be pretty cool.
But
but the way the last season ended with Loki, I don't know, but they're going back in time too, so it could be,
if it's back in
if
time,
they're jumping around, so technically Loki could show up.
Yeah.
We'll see what other cameos are going to be. There's going to be a lot of cameos, I believe.
When they first and they were talking about what place did they jump to?
Slovakia. That was in the Avengers, the second movie, I believe, or the third one.
Ultron.
Ultron, yes.
Yeah, and I was like, how are you? What are you gonna do? What do you mean you're gonna fix things?
Yeah, we'll find out. So should be a good movie. Hopefully.
What if we see the Scarlet Witch and her brother? What was her brother?
Quicksilver. Yeah.
Wait.
Who knows?
Cool.
Yeah, but that is a movie that we are definitely going to go to the movie theater and watch it.
Quicksilver died.
Yeah. So, we'll see, what it's going to fix or not, or, move around, make changes, I should say, to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Another movie, this had nothing to do with the Super Bowl, but Super Bowl commercials. But about a week ago, the final cast was announced for the Fantastic Four movie. Pedro Pascal from The Last of Us, which was a great TV show that's coming back for season 2, hopefully in a year. And The Mandalorian, he's going to be Reed Richards. I at first thought I don't know, man. He seems kind of old for Reed Richards. But then I started hearing a little bit more with the rest of the cast. I'm drawing a blank on the actor's name, but he was in Stranger Things. Eddie, the guitarist. He's going to be the Human Torch. And there's this one other actor who's going to play the Thing. He's in the TV show The Bear. Mm-hmm. He plays the cousin of the owner of the restaurant based in Chicago. He's a good actor. I could see him as a Thing. And the actress who's going to play Sue Storm, her last name is Kirby. Mm-hmm. I was thinking it might have been, is she related to Jack Kirby, who was the artist of all these X-Men and Fantastic Four? But they didn't say anything. I think it's just a coincidence that she has the same name as them. So I thought, okay, I can get into this cast more. Started looking into it. They showed a drawing of the cast, and the Thing was holding a magazine, looked like a Time magazine from the 1960s, but it had the president, Lyndon Baines Johnson, on there. So pretty sure it's going to take place in the 1960s, and I have a theory There's anybody who follows Fantastic Four movies. There's this one place they used to go to called the negative zone. I believe at the end of the movie they're going to be stuck in the negative zone for decades and decades, and then they're going to come out in present time if a second movie is made. That's my prediction.
I like the Fantastic Four movies. I know a lot of people thought they flopped.
Yeah.
But I like them. I like the original ones with the guy who was Mr. Fantastic, the British actor.
Oh yeah.
And Chris Evans who
played the original Human Storm. Yeah. So,
Human Storm.
I mean Human Torch. Sorry,
I was like,
Human Storm. Human
wow.
Torch.
Now who's messing up?
Yeah, the Human Torch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. I mean, it's just started. They haven't even started production yet, and that movie should be out next year. Fantastic Four, to me, they're the first family of Marvel. They're the ones who started it all.
Really? That's not it for me.
Yeah.
For me, it's Tony Stark.
Well, I'm talking about the very first Marvel comic book that started this new era in the Silver Age. It was a Fantastic Four book. Other ones came after that, but and they couldn't. Disney couldn't do Fantastic Four movies because they didn't own the rights to it. If they had owned the rights to it, there was a good chance that would have been one of the first movies out, and the X-Men too. They weren't owned by Disney, so they didn't have the rights to so they couldn't make those movies. But now they can, and I like that they're taking their time. At the beginning, it's been about 5 years since they got the rights back to the Fantastic Four and X-Men. When are they going to make it? When are they going to do it? They didn't rush it, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it leaves us wanting more.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? And I also like the one with Miles Teller, too.
Oh, that one wasn't... I've never seen it, but as long as you like a movie, that's all that matters. And speaking of not liking movies, she recently seen Madam Web. I didn't see it. I'll probably wait till it comes out on TV, but it just wasn't good.
It was okay, and then the ending, and I was like, that was a lot left to be.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of movies and comic books, obviously. I mean, she likes them.
Yeah.
And if she didn't like it, there's a good chance that I wouldn't like it. So I said, nah, I'm just going to wait till it comes out. It's owned by Sony, and we've been, on down that road, especially on social media. They're just not doing a good job. They have to make these movies
just to keep the rights.
To Spider-Man.
And it's like,
and that's their big one.
It's like, I can appreciate that, but at least release something with good quality.
Yeah. And
if you're going to do it, just do it.
The last 3 Spider-Man movies, they did them with Marvel. But these are other movies that they're just doing it on their own, and whomever is in charge, I don't think they had a good grasp of what they want. I think they just put a movie out there so they can maintain the rights to it. Any new Spider-Man character that Marvel Comics creates, even if it's new, it still goes to Sony the rights.
Really?
That's the way the contract is. Yeah, because Miles Morales, the other Spider-Man in Into the Spider-Verse, he was created 10 years ago, but they still get the rights to them. Unless by some miracle Disney gets the rights to Marvel, it's always going to be that way, unfortunately. But hoping moving forward when they make Kraven.
You say Disney gets the rights to Marvel?
No, Disney gets the rights to Spider-Man, not Marvel.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
But so moving on, so we talked about Fantastic Four and the Deadpool, and hopefully other superhero movies, will be good down the road, but we'll see. James Gunn, the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy, he's now basically the big guy for DC comics or DC movies.
Oh, really?
So we'll see how he does. Nothing's come out yet, but if he does as good a job as he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. And recently, my daughter and I, we got decided to get a Disney annual pass.
Yes.
But we live in Southern California, so we got the SoCal pass. That means we go. There's a lot of blocked off dates. Like January and February, is basically open.
Yeah.
But come June, July, August,
the weekends are always blocked.
The weekends are always blocked for us.
That works for us because I have weekdays off. So
yeah, and we don't and we try to go when days are when it's not as full.
Right.
And we, but during the summer it's blocked off completely. Not that I want to go during the summer, because one is
hot
hot and crowded. So we try to go days that are not as crowded. And I've gone twice. She's gone once.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to go one more in March.
Yeah.
And but another reason we're talking about it, Disney has these special events at night. And last year I was fortunate enough to go. I said, why don't I go? I've never been to one before, so I decided to go. And this one was Star Wars at night. And it was a blast. It starts at 6 o'clock until 12 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, anybody who's in the park has to leave unless they have a Star Wars at night pass, which is separate. So you have to pay extra for it.
Right.
So this time I think there's going to be 7 of us going. My cousin and my friend and their kids are going to go. So we're going to spend the night there. And it's just so much fun. If you've never gone to a at night, special event at Star Wars, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
I'm really excited because they're going to have like extra characters around.
Yes.
A lot of photo opportunities.
Yes.
A lot of food.
Yeah, a lot of food. And the fireworks show is synced with Star Wars music. And they have... you can actually see some of the characters in the background too.
The
silhouettes of them.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And it was a blast. So I'm going to go again this year. And hopefully in October, there's another one called Oogie Boogie Bash. Night right? Or Bash?
Maybe it's Bash.
Maybe it's Bash. So it's during Halloween. I've never been to that one. So that's a special event too we plan to go to. And it's a lot of fun. So I highly recommend if anybody has a chance to go to Star Wars at night at Disneyland. Tickets range from $159 to $169 depending on the night. And no, they're not doing it on May the 4th this year. Because May the 4th falls like on a weekend or something. For some reason, they're not doing it on May the 4th. You think May the 4th be with you.
Right.
But no, they're not doing it on May the 4th this year. But they're still doing it for about 8 nights. You know. So yeah, we plan to go, get there early, hang out at downtown Disney, probably eat, and then go inside the park and spend the rest of the night there. Really, and the weather's nice too. I remember back, so we're talking about April, so the weather's gonna be a little bit nicer. Yeah. So that's it. Anything else you need to talk about as far as movies, Disney?
The writer strike's over.
Oh, the writer strike is over. Yeah. Finally, I was talking to her previously behind the scenes, prepping for this fantastic show that we do every 8 months. The writer strike is over, so movies and TV shows are coming back little by little, and I've been watching them. And Night Court, one of my favorite shows I used to watch. It's a reboot. Another show that's coming back is Young Sheldon. It's the final season of that. Yeah. So
I'm sad about that. I really liked it, but I know they're getting older, and it kind of. I mean, he's going to Germany, and
he's going to Germany, and so they decided to end it, but there's going to be a spinoff with the eldest son, Georgie's going to be a spinoff, so he got a girl pregnant, and there's supposed to be a spinoff off of them, 2 characters.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that's coming up, and let me see any other TV shows. There used to be a show that was called Quantum Leap. Mm-hmm. That was based like in the 1980s, and they did a reboot of it, and that season just ended, season 2. So I'm not sure there's going to be a season 3, but I really like it. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of fans of the original Quantum Leap. If you ever have a chance to watch it, it's a person who leaps from situation to situation, different times in history, and he changes things. He fixes things that should have been right the first time around. But it was like
what?
Like say somebody got lost, died in a fire. This person should have lived, so he saves them. Just not important parts in history, but just changes to parts of people's lives.
Okay.
Rights to wrong.
Interesting.
So the original was from, I believe, from the 1980s. It started Scott Bakula, ran for about 7 seasons, and the character never found his way home.
Oh.
Everybody thought that he was going to show up in the new reboot, but he hasn't shown up. They never asked him to. I thought it would have been cool for him to finally get home.
Yeah.
But he was still lost out there. So there's a new character, and
Lost in Time.
Lost in Time, just jumping around.
Does he control where he jumps?
No.
How does he know what he's supposed to do then?
He had like an AI, it was called Al, where you should tell him, hey, this is happening at this time. You used to have like a hologram helping him out.
Oh.
And you should tell him, but hologram was real in his world. But anyways, I can get we're going down a rabbit hole of Quantum Leap. So let's go on to the next one.
I just have one more question about it. I just don't understand. Was it a power that he had?
You have to watch the show. So let's get on with it. Fine. So yeah, I talked about it's a good show, but I highly recommend it. They did a reboot of it, and season 2 just ended. Gotcha. Okay, so anything else about TV shows or movies that we want to talk about? Or I know we talked a lot about Disney, that we're going to go to Star Wars at night. And we're just, like I said, it's been 8 months since we did our last show.
In that time period, I moved home.
She moved home, so we should be doing these videos like every 2 or 3 months. We're going to Comic-Con in July.
Oh yeah, so definitely. When I bidded for vacation, I was like, the first thing I did was Comic-Con week.
Comic-Con's a big thing here in San Diego. This is going to be like my 30th year of going to Comic-Con.
Because you missed 1 year.
I missed 1 year. The first year I went was 1993. So my cousin Momo Comics, 80, shout out to you, Momo. He's going. He always brings his two boys, and yeah, we have a blast. So hopefully I'll do another panel. I've done 2 panels in the past. YouTube, how to start a YouTube channel, and I have to apply for it again, and hopefully, I'll get accepted, and we'll do a third one. Like I said, I'm going to WonderCon, and I got a press pass for that, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I think we're all caught up with everything with hanging out there with the LaGuardias.
Yeah.
We're trying to hang out as much as possible, as much as she lets me hang out with her. She's got her own life, so she doesn't want to hang out with me this much. This is the only time we hang out. We never talk.
It's not. Making me sound like a bad kid.
So I'm going to stretch this video for 24 hours, because right after this video's done, she's going to leave me and block me and not even talk to me, except when she wants something from me. But no, but that's about it. I always enjoy doing these videos with my daughter. When I started doing my YouTube channel, it was just talking about comic books, which I still do, and about movies and TV shows. This is an added bonus for me, just having her on with me. So this is hanging out with the LaGuardias, right?
Yeah.
So until next time, everybody, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button.
Yep.
The giveaway, like I said at the beginning of this video, is still going on. If for some reason, thank you again to Nando Knight for this fantastic book. And if somehow I get up to 2,000 subscribers by the time this giveaway is over, I'm going to be throwing in another book. If not, once I do hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll be doing another giveaway on my channel. It's like giving back to the community, as they say. So you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me obviously on YouTube. You can follow me on TikTok. I'm on Threads.
What's Threads?
Threads is like another Twitter, basically. Threads has been going on for about 6 months now. Yes, I signed up for it.
You have more followers than
I have more followers than her. I
haven't paid attention to it.
I have over 2,000 subscribers on Instagram, so which is pretty cool. Wow. But until next time, everybody, we are hanging out with the LaGuardias. Be safe and take care. Until next time, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.